This is Thinking Credit with your host, Gary B. What's up, Credit Fam? I want to welcome you to Thinking Credit with Gary B. On this show, we talk about all things financial, from personal to business credit and more. So sit back and let's talk. Welcome back to Thinking Credit with Gary B. Okay, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about financial freedom. My question to my listeners, what is financial freedom to you? Let me know in the comment box below. All right. In tonight's episode, we're going to be talking to my god brother, my boy, Darrell Lamarr from Chicago, Illinois, by way of Atlanta, Georgia. So tonight, we're going to ask him a couple of questions. We want to know, what does financial freedom means to him? I have worked with him on his credit. He's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about the new businesses that he's bringing to the Atlanta, Georgia area. And hey, if you out there in Atlanta and you listening to this, or you might be visiting in Atlanta soon, you might want to check him out, all right? And all you musicians out there, he is opening a studio. So you might want to talk to him about that. So let's get into this interview real quick. So, all right, you got any questions? Drop them down in the comment box and we will get back with you, all right? So with no further ado.
What's up, Darrell?
Yo, what's up, Gary?
Hey, how things going with you tonight?
It's cool, just chilling, just finishing up making some repairs. This new business front studio I have.
Oh, okay. Well, what kind of business you starting right now?
I'm actually have a food/ice cream truck, and the studio is going to be a recording studio. You know, I just moved down here to Atlanta about 4 months ago, so everybody love music down here. So I'm gonna put my hand in some music and see what it comes from.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're gonna be bringing some Chicago flavor, what you gonna be doing?
Well, I'm gonna try to work with some Atlanta artists, Memphis artists, Florida. I want to bring that 90s flavor back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that down south rump shaking. So I want to see what they do, man.
So you talk about the kind of stuff we used to listen to when we was at the Freakniks back in the day?
Oh yeah. The Freaknik, most definitely.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, like I said, we're going to be talking to you about what financial freedom means to you. And if you don't mind, I got a couple of questions that we're going to talk about. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience outside of what we already just said? Is there anything else you would like to let the audience know?
Yeah. So my name is Darrell Lamarr. That's my name on Facebook. The new business I'm gonna start is called Sweet Temptations Ice Cream Snack and Dessert Truck. We're gonna be out here in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, suburbs, city, and that should be opening up in about 2 weeks. I'm getting everything done, all the paperwork, and we should be up and rolling in about 2 weeks.
So what kind of desserts are you going to push? I heard you say desserts and ice cream, but what are you got anything special in mind?
Key lime pies, key lime cake, red velvet. My sister, bless her heart, she passed away last year from COVID, and she had a dessert place out there in Chicago and Gary, Indiana, called Doors Desserts. So I have some of her special ingredients, special recipes. I'm gonna have a few of her the cakes and pies she used to make, like pecan pie, German chocolate cake, lemon 7-Up pound cake. So just things like that. Peach cobbler. Okay. So the truck is more so of a dedication to her.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna be doing that and music. That sounds like a plan there, bro. So I'm glad that things are coming along for you. I'm glad you're back down south. So I see we must have caught you looking at something on TV back there. You got some Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. So that's the kind of stuff you be into these days?
Oh yeah, man. You got to get your credit up. So I look at these videos. They encourage me just to see how these gentlemen started off, and the words that they can say. You know, they say you rather listen to a millionaire or a billionaire than listen to some regular Joe Blow that that you meet off the street. So I rather listen to them and see what words they have of encouragement to assist me of making that $1 and $1 billion mark.
All right, well, that's cool then. So, like I was saying to to my listeners, that everybody knows that Gary B works for GB Roane Jr. Financial LLC, and I know you're my brother, but hey, I know I've helped you with your finances to try to get you right when you move back down south, and I know we're working on your credit and your finances for your business and everything. Has anything major changed since then?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I have a drastic change. I remember when you told me to sign up for Credit Karma last year, probably about February of 2021. When I signed up for Credit Karma, I didn't know my credit score was that low. I think my credit score was like 551 or 586, something like that. So in a year of Credit Karma, me checking back and forth to my Credit Karma and the regular FICA, the scores is pretty similar. So actually in about a year and 3 months, my credit score went from 559 to the highest now is 765.
Oh, okay.
So 200 points on Experian, and went up about maybe 180 with Equifax and additional 190 something on TransUnion. So right now my credit score is all three on with FICA. It's like 763, 751, and 755. So yeah,
okay.
so it actually worked. I mean, the things that we've been talking about in this last year and 2 or 3 months, yeah, actually have worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you say to all the people out here, all the listeners, can you let them know that this is not a 30-day or no 45-day or no 90-day process? Can you let them know that this takes some time to get to where you are right now?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. It take a lot of time. You have to constantly stay on it. I just out of habit for me now. I check my credit score maybe once every 10 days just to see what improved, what haven't. I've been on the phone with collection agencies. I've been on the phone with credit bureaus, try to get things settled. Several times I have stopped and started my credit bureau freeze. I have had them put a freeze on it just for different reasons. So yeah, it take work. I mean, you just can't sit there and expect your credit to go up because it's gonna take some work. You're gonna have to work on your part. You have to realize you have destroyed your credit for years, either knowing about it or not knowing about it. So them years that you have, kind of destroyed your credit, you have to work on bringing it back up. So what I have damaged in probably about 20 years, I have fixed a lot of it in the last year and 3 months. And when I mean damages, I've never really paid for nothing with credit. I was always a cash person. I didn't want no debt. I didn't want to know anybody. And some things I was just reckless and foolish about. I was younger. I didn't care about paying no debt, or I didn't care about when I was going to pay the debt. I just paid when I wanted to pay. So all that will catch up with you. And, like I say, man, and I always been a cheap person. So as far as me over budgeting, I don't do that. I'm very frugal.
Okay.
So, but yeah, me and you going back and forth for the last year, 3 and 4 months, yeah, it helped me tremendously.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad because I get so many people asking me because I keep trying to let them know that I'm not a credit repair specialist. All I do, I'm a financial coach. All I do is try to show you what your reports look like. You work on them yourself. If you need help with the letters or need help with the speed, I'll help you with it. But I'm always telling them I don't do it. Like you just said, that you have to do it yourself. Because
Yeah.
why pay all these people all this money to do something you could do for yourself is what I've been trying to tell people. And have you had any hard times or problems doing it for yourself?
I mean, a few things I might didn't understand or get right then, but Google has everything. So you look it up, it explained to you well. A lot of things you explained to me, what this is and what this means and what I had to do this and do that. So lots of help with you and Google. Hey, it made things much simpler for me. Like I say, it's no walk in the park. You're going to have to work on it and keep an eye on it, especially when you get that stage of repairing. And trust and believe. No, Gary Roane, GBR, did not go in and do nothing for me. I had to go in and do the hand and footwork. And trust me, since he's my longtime friend, I did ask him, look, man, can you go in and submit this or write that? And then he was just like, no, bro, you got to do this yourself, man. I can assist you, but you got to go do this yourself. Certain things that they're going to ask you that I don't know, and you just got to do it yourself. So I did it myself.
All right. So one question I got for you before we get deep into the interview, what is financial freedom to you?
Financial freedom is applying for different things that I want or need and not get turned down for. Or they telling me that they have other people, better applicants that qualify more than I do. To me, that's financial freedom, where I can go somewhere and I can buy something on a credit card and don't have to worry about my credit card being disrupted.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this. Why do you think you needed help with your financial journey?
Well, because my credit score was low and I really didn't know nothing about it. Like I say, all these years, I've been going in and out with not knowing that my credit score was in the fives. And even when I used to go get cars and car loans and things like that, I never paid attention to my credit score because I always got approved. And I got approved several times with cars and didn't have to put no money down. So I assumed my credit was great, but I didn't know my credit was great when it come to car loans. Now, people got to realize there's several different car credit scores, and it's something that's called a car loan credit score. So you can have a credit score that's in the fives, and your car loan credit score can be 700 and 750. So people have to realize that. So I didn't know that. I mean, my car, when I looked and realized that my car credit score throughout the board was over 700 and something. So that's why I never had no problem getting a loan with the cars. But I didn't really realize that my APR, my interest, was higher than it would have been if going across the board of the credit scores, if my credit scores was great.
Oh, okay.
So that was the penalty I had to pay, was high interest. But I never got turned down for a car loan. So for all y'all people that get cars and car loans and y'all think, oh, I got a car with no problem, my credit good, and you really don't know, your credit might be good when it comes to getting cars, but your total credit overall may not be good. It may be okay, fair, or poor. So I had to find that out.
Oh, okay. So then through your journey, you found out that there was a difference between FICO scores and Vantage scores 3.0. So you found out by learning this that there were two different systems when it came to credit scores.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. More than likely, your Advantage score is always going to be higher than a FICO score. Yeah. And the reason being is because Vantage score on a different system. And people don't realize that you can have an 800 in an Advantage score, and that same score with the same Equifax can be 650 with FICO.
Yeah, FICO. So I understand what you're saying. So, all right, let me ask you this. With what you're doing now that you've moved to Atlanta and you're getting all this business and your studio off the ground, what are your most pressing financial concerns right now?
Getting credit that matters, like getting business credit and getting stuff that is going to benefit me long term. I found out that good credit is better than great cash. Right now, with how the system is going, everything is online. Everything is going technical as far as any and everything. And people look online and check your credit score and your record before they see what kind of cash you got in your pocket.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad you said that. That's another good point you brought up because a lot of people, I mean, there's going to be a lot of different financial people get different opinions on cash versus debt versus credit. And you're right. Sometimes cash is good in certain circumstances and credit is good in certain circumstances. But if you also got to understand a good credit profile, and that's one thing I have to say that you, from looking at your credit, you did have a good credit profile because you have owned businesses, you've paid your bills, you've owned cars, paid cars off. So you had a good profile, good credit profile, even though the score may have not have shown it. But that was another thing on your behalf. And that's one good thing I got to say about it. So right now, um, if you had to think about something, what would be the biggest investment you made right now being in the Atlanta market and building what you're building? What's the most expensive thing you done paid for in this journey of building these businesses in the market we in now with this post-COVID?
Well, since I've been back here in Atlanta, I would say the biggest investment I have made would be my mobile van that I have for my business of the food, snack, ice cream truck. That right now is my biggest investment. And that wasn't even a large investment. That total right there to get off the ground, probably about $12,000. So that's considered to be not a big investment when it comes to business. But right now, for me, that is my biggest investments within the last 6 months.
Now, I must say this, I already knew you because, like I said, we go back a long way, and I already knew the music side of you. So you didn't really have to do much more for your studio because you pretty much already had everything that you wanted anyway. So you just found a building and now you're building it around what you want for your dream, right?
Right, exactly. The only thing I did was I bought some more up-to-date things, up-to-date programs, but I pretty much already had all the equipment, studio mic, microphone, well, that's the mic, but headphones. So I had everything, just had to find a storefront, studio front to get things going.
Oh, okay. Now, basically, since we're talking about financial freedom and you're showing the listeners that being in Atlanta, Georgia right now has been a big move for you, but you're doing two businesses at the same time, building your credit. And I got to give you much praise for that because a lot of people out here complaining about this and that or whatever, but you're sitting here doing several things at one time and building your credit. So does that make you feel good at all on the inside?
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm achieving something, and I'm getting my things straightened together. But y'all have to remember too, you have to have a good support system. You know, I'm not just doing it by myself. I have help. I have employees that I do pay to help and assist me and to stay on me because you know, I forget a lot of things also. So, you know, a good support system is always a great thing to have.
Oh, okay. So tell me about the Atlanta market. What is the right now with the financial crisis that's going on with inflation? How is that impacting you at all?
Oh yeah, it's most definitely impacted me. Actually, well, thing is, I have a studio front, a storefront here in Jonesboro area of Atlanta. And one of the main reasons why is because the housing market is so messed up here in Atlanta. I mean, houses that was 150, 200,000 is now 500,000. And the criteria of um, credit and finance and things is so high up there now that it's ridiculous. So I've been here now for about 4 months. Literally in 4 months, I have not found a house that I want that's in my budget that I feel comfortable paying. So therefore, it was actually easier for me to get a studio storefront than a house. So it's
What?
crazy out here in Atlanta. I just read an article yesterday that Atlanta is the #1 highest markup in the country when it comes to real estate property because so many people want to move here, trying to move here from California and New York that they have drove the pricing market so high. So,
Wow.
I mean, I'm not I'm by far is a millionaire, and you have people that are millionaires from these different states that come here, and these little $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 properties ain't nothing to them because they was used to paying $1 million in California or in New York. So yeah, it's a big old headache when it comes to that. So hopefully, and I'm praying. Yes, I say I'm praying when a market crash, hopefully by next year, I could jump on me a nice 3-4 bedroom house for a reasonable price.
All right. Well, now, this is another thing I know about you that a lot of people don't know. You are an investor.
Yes.
I've known you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What you finna say?
No, my bad. Yeah, I am an investor, but I'm a smart investor, and I'm not a $1 million investor yet. I'm a 1,000 investor. So yes, I do invest on things that I notice within my budget.
Okay. So how is the investment game with you? Because I know you've been talking to me about it and been wanting me to look at certain things. And I know scared money don't make no money. You've been saying that to me for years. So I understand. Right. So with the market the way it is right now, would you still advise somebody to get into some form of investing?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm new to Bitcoin, but I have been investing in Bitcoin for about 2 years. And fortunately, I was blessed enough to meet somebody about 12 years ago when I used to own a club back in Gary, Indiana. And he convinced me to invest in Amazon when Amazon was just really getting started. And when they price shares was like $80-something per share. So he convinced me to do that. And back then, that was about 2010. I invested a lot of money on Amazon back then. So I have benefited from that by cashing out some of my stock at the beginning of the year. And it looked real good. So I would advise somebody, even though things is kind of messed up now when it comes to the housing and how economy is, invest in something that you see and you feel that's going to be long term. Things like, I'm not endorsing no company now, but I'm just saying an example from my experience, and I've had good experience. Amazon, Walmart, especially the oil market, the gasoline. Invest in something that you know it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Now, how do you feel about real estate right now? Even though I know you're talking about the crash, should we wait until next year and see what may happen, or should we go into real estate right now?
In my opinion, if you're an investor or if you're somebody looking for a house, single family house or apartment or multifamily duplex, my opinion is I will wait until the market crash, because sooner or later, the market is going to crash. It may not be this year. It might be at the end of the year, and it may be next year, but the market will crash. Things have went up too high for the market not to crash. Whatever goes up definitely got to come back down. Oh, okay. So as a buyer, I wouldn't buy nothing now. Okay. As a seller, I definitely would sell if I had some real estate to sell. Oh yeah.
So this is a seller's market then.
Seller's market, most definitely.
All right. So what would you say out of your journey now by correcting your own financial stuff? What would you say is your financial values now? What type of financial values do you have now?
Well, I'm not going to get into specific as far as my network, but it's way better than it was, I would say, 2-3 years ago. And my advice is watch your credit and how you move as far as finance when you're young. When you're in your 20s, 30s, watch how you move, because it will catch up with you. I don't care if you pay for cash for everything like I used to do. It'll catch up with you, because them interest rates, trust me, them interest rates can be high. And the money that you might have saved in the past, it will catch up with you in the future.
Well, that's good advice to tell these young folks and older folks. I'm glad you're saying it to them like that. Now, I just got one last question for you. When it comes to your current financial status, do you believe that you have reached your goals, or you are like currently, do you think you have reached your goals, or are you still trying to get to that point to where you would
I'm
like to
always
be?
trying to get there more goals. I still haven't reached my goals. I'm still a work in progress.
Oh, okay. So with that being the last question that I have for you, do you have anything you would like to say to everybody who might be in the Atlanta area or close to the Atlanta area? Because you know a lot of people travel to Atlanta a lot. Where can they find you? How should they be looking for you? You got anything for them before we close out?
Well, right now, if excuse me, if you plan on coming to Atlanta area, I'm located in the Jonesboro, Georgia area, and number is 219-808-5489. Like I say, my ice cream food truck will be up in about 2 weeks. It's called Sweet Temptations. You can check me out on Facebook on my Facebook page at Sweet Temptations.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, what about your music connections? Would you like for anybody to contact you on that, or how do you want to do that?
The music is Fame Music Group. Right now, that is not up. That should be up in about a month, but it's called Fame Music Group. It will be a Facebook page created for that also.
Oh, okay. And with all that being said, everybody, like I said, this is Darrell Lamarr. He out of Atlanta, Georgia. Like I said, he's a real good friend of mine. Matter of fact, a lot of people know him as my god brother, so I must say that. A lot of people know him as my god brother. So yeah, so we go back a long way. And for everybody out there in the Atlanta area, like I said, check him out. Even if you're not in the Atlanta area, if you're visiting, go and see him. He has some pretty good stuff, all right? Because I've tried some of his sweets that he has. And I'm a diabetic. I know I ain't supposed to be doing it, but he got some good stuff. But anyway, outside of that, I want to thank him for talking with us tonight about his financial journey and what financial freedom is to him. Hey, and with everybody watching the show and listening to the show, I want to thank y'all. You know, I'm Gary B. Like I always say, I do the research. You
Oh,
just got
again,
to
I,
follow.
I got,
Oh,
I'm so, excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off. I got one more thing to say, y'all, and this is from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I've been knowing this man for almost 30 years, y'all. And like I say, he's not going to fix your credit for you. That's for sure. I mean, but he will try his best, hardest working man I know when it comes to assist you in doing what you need to do to fix your credit. So ain't nothing is 100% sure about anything. Only thing 100% is we are gonna die, and we got to pay taxes. So, but he will fight for you as far as assisting you with getting your credit to where you want it at or close to where you want it at. Because you got to remember, he didn't mess your credit up. So he's just doing, one thing he's doing is what he's able to do by law. All
Exactly.
right. Like I
Exactly.
say, if you consider him gay, give him a chance. Like I say, he helped me out. I mean, almost 200 points in a year and 3 months. So that's all I got to say. No,
And I'm let
appreciate being on
everybody
the
know.
show.
All right. Let everybody know. I didn't tell him to say that. I didn't pay him to say that.
Nah,
Hey,
he didn't play. That's just something I wanted to say because I know he worked hard for me, and I'm sure he'll work hard for you.
exactly. Exactly. So with that being said, everybody, you heard it from him. You heard it from me, Gary B. Thank you for checking out Thinking Credit with Gary B. Hey, this is the first of many shows that's going to be coming your way. I want to thank you for everything. And I got to say it one more time. Hey, I do the research. You just got to follow. I love you. Peace.